Okay, so now this one we're gonna join with these. So let's scoop this up. There it is. Let's scoop this up a little bit. Here now you want to be careful not to touch the middle here. We'll clean that again. Actually, don't worry about it. We'll clean that again. So let's just go ahead and pull this up. Pull this up. Pull this up. So it's into those little parts, right? Now you can tweak it a little more if you want. That's the whole point of putting the ball by itself, taking care of the silhouette. Now, hopefully you did that, and all we're doing is just working on putting the joints into the body. Okay, so you have that ready to go. Let's go ahead and merge these two now. Merge down. Dynamesh. Make sure Dynamesh is on. Dynamesh. Let's see, 568. That's good. Easy with your smoothing here. There you go. That's kind of looking like a joint. Now we are doing, there's your joint. Now we need to make that little hole, right? So we need to put this guy under here because we need to now also separate this rod from these guys. So Control Shift click, split hidden, turn off the biscuit, turn on the arm, black boolean. Oh, make sure that that rod is negative. There we go. And there you are. So make a boolean, make sure that's the only thing showing. Once again, make a boolean mesh. Insert it into your scene. Visually kind of check it. Okay, that's good to go. Now the old one, delete. And there you go. You actually kind of have the first part of your upper arm here, ready to go. That connects to this guy, and this guy will be connected to the torso. Let's do the bottom part of this arm. So for the bottom part of this arm, we go back to our main. Where's our main guy here? Let's see, list all. Okay, that's interesting. There it is. Right. So we make a start again by making another duplicate of our main body here. Duplicate. Our main joint, excuse me. Yes. Scoot this guy up. Bum bum. And so, let's say, same scenario as before. Only now we're doing the elbow here. So let's arrange everything for the elbow. For the elbow, the little locking knob will be facing up. So again, using the already pre-positioned ball, that's what we're gonna use to place this guy. So let's kind of let's see, where's this guy at? Let's move this guy up to where we need him. Okay, there we go. So now with those two visualized, let's get this sphere into this sphere. Scale it up. And again, just, this part is kind of a visual placement here. So that's good enough for me right there. So then go ahead and get rid of this ball. The original elbow ball that you used to place it. Go ahead and delete that. Okay, so now transparent. Gizmo's in center here. Move this guy like this. Now let's take some measurements here. What's the size of this rod here? 0.05, way too small. We have to make that twice that size. Twice that size. Okay, so let's start with that. Let's turn everything else off. Because now we know that this ball is the size we need it to be. So we need to make this no less than 10 to be for it to be sturdy enough in the plastic we're going to print it on. 0.05. So again, since it's on polygroup, we can select, we can mask it off when edit and move is selected. So now that's on. Let's click here on the dot, and that will align. Whenever you click on a dot like that, it actually aligns the transpose line directly on that plane. So now with that, let's turn on the gizmo center. So now I know that gizmo is perfectly centered to that guy, and we're gonna increase that guy by that much. Let's measure again how thick he is here. .095. That's good. That's thick enough. So now you notice that our biscuit here is eating into that. So I'll show you what we do for that. Okay, so this guy's good. Now we need to make the little locking guy here. That guy. Again, just take while the edit and move is on, just see how it's my little magnetic attraction to it. Click on it. Boop, it makes it nice and straight. So now we can hit the gizmo of the center on that tool. Just make it a little larger so we have something to lock with. About that size. That's good. Okay. Now we can separate these guys. Separate that half. Oops. Just want to get the main this guy. Okay. Split hidden. Actually, remember this guy? Split hidden. Yeah, it's on split hidden. We're gonna remember inflate that guy by 3. Inflate. Make sure that when you're inflating, the X, the Y, and the C are active. Inflate 3. Okay. Boolean's ready to go, and make them a negative. Boom. So back to these guys. Okay, and where's my arm? Right here. The arm should be on top of all of this. Like that. Alright. Let me see. Ooh, we need to twist that ball. Let's get those together again. Merge down. So now to center this, turn off the gizmo. To center the gizmo properly, we're going to have to select this guy. Now turn on the gizmo. Hit the little point there, gizmo, center. So now it's center, now bring them back. So now we know we're moving from you always have to move from point center in the sphere. Okay, so I need to come this way with this. Now, here the mask, come this way, because it should be in the center of the arm here. Okay. That's fine. That's good. I just want enough material on either side here to hold it in place. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, back to separating these. So main sphere, split hidden. Now we already inflated this by 3, so we don't need to do it anymore. Split hidden. Turn off the sphere. Okay. And let's start. So on here, okay, let's start by taking this guy and cutting him the first hole. Turn off transparency, turn on live boolean, make them a negative. There you go. Make boolean mesh, insert, turn off boolean, visually check it is good. delete the old one. Okay, moving on. So now to make the, let's see, this goes in there. We got the moving room, that's fine. Let's move that up even more, it's really fun. Just noticed here. Now it's good. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Just noticed here that the this part here on the arm got too thin, so here's a good chance to show you. But this would not be good. If we hit flip, see that's getting way too thin there. Like this is okay here, but this is not. Now we already made this part. We took the boolean out, but we still have the boolean right here. So flip again, and let's use the inflat tool and inflat that. Sure, Dynamesh is on. Inflat. Yeah, you want some material on here. You can't come to a fine edge. It will just disintegrate when it prints. And it's not proper. You need to have some material there. Even in manufacturing, that would not be manufacturable. If that's the word. Okay. Smoothing. Okay. And so we simply now do another boolean. So now let's turn sure everything's off except the ball, and we turn boolean on. Make boolean. Insert. Turn off boolean. This is the new guy we just made with a proper thickness. And this is the old guy that we had in boolean. Delete that. And there we go. Okay, moving on. The arm. Same thing. First thing we gotta do. Let's see. Gotta bring this arm in a little more. Oh, that's the elbow on the back. Actually, no, that's fine like that. Right. Okay, so for this guy, let's subdivide him a little more. There we go. Okay, so for this guy, we need that guy. Split hidden. So he's gonna go with our hand or arm here. Up. Okay, there it is. That's the part we need. Let's go ahead and join these two. Make sure it's on top, merge down. Dynamesh. Let's move that out, move this out. So I know what you're thinking, it's like, wait a minute, that part there is like, hold on, we'll take that out in a minute. Okay. So now we have these guys that go in there. Now we said, back to this, we said this rod is going to be 0.06. All of these rods, we're going to make them the same size. The ones that go across these guys. So click. Let's see what it is now. .05. Actually, that's perfect. That's perfect. Just a little more snug than the center. Put the gis one there, center it, and just increase it a little bit. Okay. 5.6 is good because we're gonna have to re-drill the hole anyway, so that's still where you want to be. Okay, let's put that back. Now on this guy, we have to make this knob bigger, so the knob is running into the biscuit, so that shouldn't be there. So we're gonna have to do a few things. Let's separate these guys. This guy here, split hidden. We're gonna duplicate that guy, that little biscuit, and we're gonna make him a negative boolean. Okay, so then we come to in flat, and in flat we're gonna increase him by 3. There you go. And so now we're gonna take him out of this arm, and that will give us the clearance we need. But we're also gonna need to take out this guy, split hidden. Turn off that guy, and this is make this a negative boolean. There you are. So that's what we need there, right? Okay, so make boolean mesh, insert, turn off boolean, visual inspection. That's good. And now let's get rid of this one, delete. Now we have our good biscuit and we have our boolean biscuit, which is bigger. So this guy's ready to go. He's ready to rock. You put a pin through him and he's done. The forearm here needs the hole where this guy is going to go, right? So let's look at this guy real quick. Let's move this top part in here. Center. Just pushing it in. All right. So this guy too, we're going to have to make him a boolean out of him. So duplicate and make sure you show here he's a boolean. Negative, okay? And all booleans we're going to inflate by 3. Inflate 3. Okay, he's inflated. So now that he's inflated, we can use him to cut the hole in our arm. And there's the hole. I'll show you how we access that and how we get the arm in there in a bit. So we say, so that's good to go there. Yes, yes, yes. Make a boolean mesh. Insert. Now boolean. Okay, that's good. Where's the older one? Right there. Delete that one. Let's do a save as here. Save as. Let's save this as number 4 now. Okay. Okay, so now delete that. Okay. So we have this guy ready to go, and we have the upper arm. Let's move these closer together here. Where the hell is the upper arm? Let's pull. Oh, there's the upper arm. Okay, move it up here. So the upper arm and the lower arm. And now, and we also have, so another problem we have now is this guy. And this guy. Let's see, let's turn everything off here. These guys here. So this area here is going to be running into our guy, so we need to get rid of that. On this guy, now we already made a hole with this one, so let's get rid of this one. Delete. That's the boolean. And on this guy, it goes into here. That's the boolean of that. This is the one we want to look at. This one. Okay, and here we need to join these guys basically. This is what we're gonna do. So these right here, let's get them, bring them down, come on down with you. So merge down, and let's do a dynamesh on this of 900, more than 900. Let's do it 1500. There you go. That's good. Now on brushes, select the planar brush. Push the side. Now slowly bring this out to there, and the same here. Now go ahead and take the focal shift and bring it to bring the negative down so you get a harder edge. A harder edge going. There you go. There you go. A harder edge on this guy. That's fine. Let's increase the resolution even more. Add. There we are. Okay, this guy needs a hole to the middle too. And it's not that hole, it's that hole. So let's move him up on top of that rod. Boolean. And this guy, let me take a couple of measurements on this guy real quick. .06 is fine for a biscuit. This is 0.91. We want to get more accurate, just get closer to it. Just, if you want to measure really well, get really close. Way to the, see? Right there. And this is more, and then actually don't use the cross. Actually pull it. See the snapping? I want to snap. There you go. And I click on shift on a couple of them. This is actually 0.0945, so that's fine there. So this is pretty much as small as you want to kind of get with these parts. So with this part made, no, make Boolean mesh, insert, turn off Boolean. There you go. That's the part. This is the old one. Delete that one. And now that's done. That goes inside here, held together with that pen. It'll swivel, and then the upper arm snaps into that. Now, how is that upper arm gonna grab that little guy if it's inside of him? Because obviously we can't flip him in there, right? So we're gonna do that right now. Flip. Let me flip this back. Okay, so we're gonna make a little locking gate for this guy here, right? So what we do is make a duplicate. So now we have two of the upper arms, right? And so on this upper one here, we're gonna start chopping away at this guy. Let me see, flip. Okay. Let's see. This is the front, so we want this inner side here, this inner part here. So let me select trim curve. All right. Let me see here. To get this properly cut, I have to make a boolean for this thing. So let's go to insert brush, insert primitives, and select a cube. I'm going to put a cube right on top of this here. All right. And now I'm also going to Control Shift, select rectangle, click on the cube and split hidden. All right. So now I'm going to use this cube to cut a chunk of this little guy here. Let me turn on, make him a boolean and turn live boolean on, and he should be under the part we're cutting. And there you go. Now we can see what's happening live. So this is what I want basically. Let me make sure again that we're in the back where we're in the back. Yeah. Okay, we're in the back. Yeah, that's the back part. So basically we want to get about half our little cylinder in there. So let's move this so it's about, it would take about half. Doesn't have to be super exact, just somewhere in the middle. That's no good. That's no good. Basically, you don't want that closure on there. You want when it gets there. Okay. So that's our little cap there. This is without the boolean. This is what we have, and then with a boolean, and then we make boolean mesh, insert. There's our new part. I decided to put a weird little color on here. I don't know why. To get rid of that, you can just turn off the little brush on here, or you can go to color, fill object, and whatever material selected, it will be filled in that color. But it's not any kind of actual structural information. It's just color on the face. So that part's ready to go. And so now let's center it. Okay, so what that part made, is that part made? Yes. So new part. Now let's get rid of the old part. Delete that and delete the boolean we used to make that. Let's see the arm. And so now this new part that we make a duplicate of it, and we're going to turn this into a boolean. We're going to inflate that by 3. With another Dynamesh. Before you inflate it, this is a good point here. You see here, this is nice and crisp, but look at the topology in here. So to inflate this now, if you inflate it the way it is now, it fucks it up. Excuse me, it messes it up. So we're gonna Dynamesh this and increase this, because remember, we know the ZBrush knows this is 6 inches, the whole figure. So this part is a really tiny little knob here. So we're gonna have to really increase the resolution to keep it nice and clean. Let's see that. Okay, that's perfect, nice and crisp. But now we have a beautiful Dynamesh part that we can now inflate. And when we say inflate 3, it's nice and crisp. Okay. So now we take that part, that negative, and we cut that from the arm. So we say make boolean mesh. And we're gonna insert. Turn off boolean, and there's your part, which we can now put the little biscuit on and lock it with that part. Oh, not that part, because that's that. We'll lock it with this part. And then you glue up here, and that'll be locked in place permanently on your arm. So that part's done. So let's get rid of a few things here. Let's get rid of the boolean that we use for that. Delete. I keep getting rid of these because, as you can see, with the subtool palette here is getting just fill and fill. So you want to kind of make a boolean, do your part, delete that, and just save versions of your folder or your file here, of your tool. Save your tool, but delete as you go. If not, it's just going to get very overwhelming to do all these things. So that's done. That's done. The arm is done. So that arm is ready to go. I think this guy here, the upper arm needs one more thing, because this upper arm has still a little more cleaning. Also need to get rid of, this is the biscuit we use for that. Delete that. This is the ball we use for the arm. Okay, just leave that there for now. Let's get this upper arm. Yes, this arm needs some additional work. This here is no good. This is running into the biscuit that turns on. Where is that? This guy. How do I know that for sure? Here's another good lesson. This guy. We take this guy and show the arm. The way to tell they're not into each other is you flip. Now see, when I flip here, I can see that the bottom part is eating into the arm, is into it. To make it even more clear for you, let me take the upper arm. We have two upper arms. We do. Hold on, give me a second here. Oh, okay. So we have this upper arm. That's the old one. Delete. And we have the new one, which is this one. Okay. See, you're gonna have to get rid of some of this stuff. So as I was saying, let's take this guy and say color, fill object, and this, drag this back to white again. So now you can clearly see what I'm talking about, hopefully. Bring this up here. Okay, flip. So we have our arm here in red. We're gonna put that little biscuit that goes in there, right? We can see the outside of it. So I know here that I put a 0.3 inflat, so that's fine, and that's gonna turn. But to know for sure, you do a flip on it. You flip the normals, and vice versa. And so you can see it's eating into it on the bottom here. On the side, no, the side, you can see the interior of the red, so I mean the red is not into the biscuit. Down here it is. Flip this one, and now let's flip the little biscuit. Flip. And again, on the side, you can see the inside of the wall, and that's not red, so that's perfectly there. But on the bottom, you can see it's eating into the red. So that's what we need to take out. So let's flip this back. Oh, one thing, flip, flip. Okay, so how do we get rid of that? Make a duplicate, and then on this duplicate, get rid of the knob, delete hidden, and we're gonna inflate this by 3. And make it a negative boolean. Let's turn off the color in this guy, and turn on the boolean. And now that would get rid of that part that's running into our guy there. So let's go ahead and make this guy, make a boolean mesh. Insert your new mesh. Turn off everything, turn off the boolean. Okay, that looks good. Take the old one, delete. Okay, and now our little biscuit is gonna sit nice and snug in there. So with that, our little biscuit here, I noticed it didn't have his little hole. So we're gonna have to put that little hole in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Turn on boolean, make boolean mesh, insert. There's your guy. Where's the old guy? Delete him. And there you are. He's ready. He's ready. And then you put the little plug in there. You put the arm. You seal it. And there we have our fully articulated arm ready to be installed into our torso. Next, the legs. All right. And so now to do the legs. So we take our main master joint here, duplicate. Center. And let's see this guy. 90 degrees up. So this is our hip ball. Excuse me. Damn my throat. Okay. So we move him into position. Click and drag, center.